Today I want to talk about hitting plateaus and being in positions where you're playing, you don't feel comfortable with your playing, you feel like you're not happy. You look at other people's playing and you feel like you spent a lot of time and haven't gone as far as you want to go. I think that's how a lot of guitar players feel at one time or another. And I want to tell you a story about how I kind of overcame that, and I started playing again with joy and happiness. A lot of it had to do with just getting away from the simple bar chords. This is how I used to play. Just non-stop. So I just kind of want to throw out there, for me, getting away from the bar chord chug when you're playing 12 bar was the number one step that I started to actually learn and bring everything together. So I kind of want to go through that today and show you that there's some substitutions that you can use, alternatives to using the simple bar chords. So the first thing that you could go to, we'll kind of just deconstruct this a little bit, and I'll show you. We'll play an A. I'm in standard tuning. So most of the time, this is how you're gonna have your, on the 5th fret. Now there's another way you could do it that adds a little bit of color to your playing. Simplifies it a little bit. So it's just barring across 5, ring finger on 7 on the A chord, and then you skip the D, go to the G with your middle finger on the 6th fret. That's a A7. So this is a really simple one that you could use, but I want to go even simpler than that. You could go even simpler, and you could play this. But we're going to go even simpler, and we're going to take our ring finger off. We're going to use 2 fingers on the 6th fret of the G string, and then 5 on the B and E string. So you come from here to playing here. I'm going to show how this makes sense and how we're going to tie this all together, how it's going to improve your ability to actually play your solos over the chord changes. So I'm going to start out here. And then instead of going here or going here, we're going to take it down and go here. So that'll be 11th fret with your middle finger on the G string, and then just bar over the 2 on the 10th. So, and then you just take that one whole step. Yeah, simple. It's not so. So the rhythm there is like this. If you're gonna practice it, if you've never played it before, it's not that hard. When you first start out, you're gonna want to slow it down. It's gonna be. Almost like if you're gonna try to throw a playing card or something, you're kind of flicking your wrists into it. So now we're gonna go back to this. So So another reason to play it like this, and eventually you'll want to play it like this because you have another root, and it just adds more color to it. So another reason to play it like this is you have this. So there are many things you can do here as you're playing over that A7. You have this, the minor third going to the major third. You have this. That's all part of the minor pentatonic. So, but you have this. And this is a good exercise if you want to just practice this over and over again. This is an exercise that I would play for 10 minutes a day. So you're just gonna slide in on the G, going from the minor third to the major third. come down here to the B string, and you just walk it down from so it's so you can and then in that same position down here from the 11th fret and the 10th fret, so those are also full of areas, and that's going to help your ability. You can follow along with the chord changes. So if you're playing here on A and so it's really easy to remember because it's just this triad here. Just these 3 notes. And then you move it from here all the way down to here. And then you move it 1 whole step down. And then you can come in with a sorry. Now let me see if I can get a loop playing. Alright, so I'm gonna, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. try to get a loop started so we can solo over it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see if we can get a loop going here. Let's see. All right. So let's see if we can get a loop going here. See, there we go. We're gonna get this loop started here. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna try to get a loop started here. 3. Let's see. We're gonna try to get a loop started here now. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. basic simple lines that you play over that. Maybe not the most basic, but the exercise pattern would be the and you can create your own after you get it down and you've been practicing for a while. You can do all kinds of things. You can just these are all pretty simple, but when you get that out of the basic bar chord blues shuffle, and you stay out of the pentatonic, the minor pentatonic, this position, and you learn this, it just helps you because it's right in the key. So right when the keys change, so it goes from 2 and then back again. So it's just a simple idea. It's brought a lot of hours of fun to my playing. Another thing to think about is when you're playing this, you're using your palm and some of this hand. I usually use, sometimes I use this. So that you can dampen the strings so that they're not all ringing out at the same time. But I would just start with this. Until you get the rhythm down. And then you can start coming in and getting your right hand. Once you have that down, it's easy. It's just